BBC Hooniverse.
It's that time of the year where everyone gets together. Tuesday, semi-final 1. Thursday, semi-final 2. Saturday, the big grand finale. But in a very special day, there comes an even special time. Don't worry, Europe. The show's over. Hello, Interstellar Song Contest! Yes, welcome to Interstellar Song Contest, the promotion. Yes, I'm going to talk about the promotion because I think it's blimmin' hilarious, right? Let's start with BBC Radio 6, or the BBC Radio brand itself. So, every year for Eurovision, semi-final 1, 2 and grand final, BBC Radio 1, 2, 3 and 6, I don't know about Radio 4, they promote the Eurovision Song Contest by having Graham Norton saying with a bit of song. So this year's act for Eurovision is Remember Monday. And so it'll go whatever their song is underneath. It'll go on. Welcome to Europe's biggest song contest. They'll say right. And then they do that on TV. So it's the same, but more visual on the TV, right? So I thought nothing of this, right? And I thought that's really good. That's how you do it. That's normal. There's nothing different about it. But then I heard the Interstellar Song Contest version. So Graham Norton, who's appearing in Saturday night's episode at 7 p.m. before Eurovision Grand Final at 8 p.m. on BBC One and iPlayer, he does the advert, he does the voiceover. So he's in it, and so he does the voiceover for the Interstellar Song Contest, right? Brilliant. The advert on the radio, brilliant. The TV version, even more brilliant, because it's like right on the front, you've got everything you blimmin' well need to create the perfect ad campaign. So the advertisement industry for TV, for Doctor Who in the last few years, have just been phenomenal. And now we're entering the golden age of let's just really not tell people what's going on. So the whole idea of it is to say, at the beginning we tried to trick you to think this is a Eurovision advert, but really it's a Doctor Who advert for Interstellar Song Contest, which is going to be a brilliant episode. I don't care if it doesn't move the plot forward. I don't care if it's got nothing to do with anything with this current series. It's just a filler episode. I do not care, because I am blimmin' well excited for what's to come in the Interstellar Song Contest. And I think that I don't know who gives it out, but there is a company. There is an award that the BBC have won before because of the Flux promotional stuff was brilliant with the interrupting different adverts type thing. So I don't know what the winning award's called, but I think, and I hope that for the Interstellar Song Contest we might win that. The Doctor Who themselves might win that award again, because I think that I mean, it's not about winning awards, but this is a brilliant way of promoting things. You don't get EastEnders pretending they're an advert for Coronation Street and put themselves in Coronation Street. No, they don't do that. You get this sort of different treatment for Doctor Who, because we're now in the realms of where we have to make everything more immersive. Everything's already multimedia enough, but we're trying to make it more immersive to the viewers, listeners, and everyone that's involved in consuming the material that gets given. So I think that's what successfully works here. Is that this works really well because fans of Eurovision will get tricked at the beginning, but then realise later on when they say aliens and whatnot, and you see it more clearly, not just Ryland's orange face. You then get and his bright white teeth. And his facial hair. You'll then get the grips. It's something else. And I don't know if this was on purpose, but I think it's brilliant marketing to have the episode directly before Eurovision itself. So you've got your big audience that are watching the football. You might have like a really low audience and not many, like loads of people might tune out of Doctor Who, and might be really low, and then they pick it back up at the end of Doctor Who for Eurovision, so it'll be high viewing figures for Eurovision. The reason why I said, oh, it'll be really low for Doctor Who, is because everyone that would have wanted to see it, who couldn't wait till later, it was available in the day, all this, will have seen it at 8 a.m. or earlier in the morning on the iPlayer. So I think that's what's going to bring it down, and I'm glad that the final's not doing that. But what you don't want is you don't want people going, I'm Doctor Who's rubbish, no one watches it. Well, clearly, no one's going to watch it if it's on early release. And that's bad marketing off the BBC's point of view. The Doctor Who team are going to market it. I think the BBC are bad at scheduling releasing early and iPod doesn't work. I don't know if it works well for Coronation Street, Emmerdale Farm, or EastEnders. I don't know if it works in the Salt World releasing them early. But I know for Doctor Who that doesn't work because you're trying to satisfy American, even though Australia are getting different ends of this deal at weird points. I think it's mainly the American that the BBC are worried about, that everything's worried about, because it must be their biggest audience outside the UK must be America. My other question is, what channel does Doctor Who air on in Ireland? It might be RTE1, but I've not heard anyone say it's not out yet here in Ireland. That's what happened with the specials and bits of last series. So, is it all airing perfectly well over there? I don't know. So, to round off this video, to more or less go back to my point, I think the marketing for Interstellar Song Contest is phenomenal. And I don't think, well, you probably could, but I don't think you could get any better than that. Because nothing else compares to, nothing compares to the Interstellar Song Contest. And I just think it's going to be funny. The one thing I want, right, and I'll say this now, even though it's irrelevant to the marketing, what I'll say now is, I want Doctor Who Series 15, Episode 5 or 6, the Interstellar Song Contest, to release an album on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Deezer, and other music platforms. And because I think that would be hilarious, because that's what Eurovision does. I think that would be cracking. That will be funny. It will be. La la la. I have no idea why there was a song and dance about it. I was trying to do an interesting voice, because there's not much going on visually, which I do need to improve on in future videos. Call them videos. I call them films now, because I want to be more posh. I'm trying not to do traditional YouTube. So I think the marketing overall works incredibly well. And I hope and pray the next lot of episodes continue this genius marketing spree. Because I know that Doctor Who's in a lot of adverts at the moment, but adverts for individual episodes are just going to be more and more better than the last one. So, thank you guys for watching. Time and onwards. Bye bye. See you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.